Coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will... Go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Down. 70. Indy.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Pull together.
Check 37. Check 37. Wide. Takes 3. 218. Jump. Yeah.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ready.
Mike,
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another first and 10 here.
Mike 56. Do. 56. Do.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Go team, spill. Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Go! 60 outlaw. Hey, box truck. Let's go.
Jones operating from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now Jones. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Watch out for Hill on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Watch out. Hey, watch it. Check. Squeeze. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get in the weight room.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he finds his target, it's Marquise Goodwin. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Brissett. Open man is Samuel, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Watch twist. Pick the edge. Come. Kill. Joker.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch. Check 13. Switch.
Here's Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Alpha. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Showing up. Get it.
Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
And the Giants.
Go.
On 1st down, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Target. Mike 54. Help. Watch the slide. Mike 5-4. Mike down.
Jones now. Going to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go. He's checking. Crash.
Yep. From the gun, Jones. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Under 10, 10.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Here we go. No.
Brissett sets to throw it. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with a run by Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. 6. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Topper. 2.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones has got his man. It's Andrews. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
8-3. 6-6. Pull it high. 56. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He's still fighting forward. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 26. Check 26. Check, please. SOS. Come on. Whip. Watch the whip. Jam. Yup.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
98 to Mike. You know, trust. You get tired of seeing me. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Play fake. Brissett. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
That's good for a 49er first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They run with Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 58 for Mike, 58. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Slam. Watch the safety creep. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Keep doing it. Touchdown, baby. I see you over there.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Giants nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Recon, 152 fighter. Get it.
2nd and 5. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Let's go.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Saquon Barkley. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
They go play action with Brissett. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Brissett now. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Go. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? 98 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Share up. Check. Fresno. Hey. Alert flare.
Now it's Breida.
Watch out.
1st down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Watch the ship. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Okay. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check. Lucky. Check three.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. 198.
Play action now. Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
You better bring it. 198. Watch 98. Squeeze, double. Kill.
Throwing. Brissett. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 28, Giants 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check three.
Now Brissett. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Brissett. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Yes.
Jones throwing on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Defense, those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. They'll roll him out right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing on first down. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming after you. Yo, go.
Now Jones throwing again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
That's what I do. Switch. Back. Go. Check three. Go. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Deuce. Under 10. 10. Bang, 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 bang. 25, check 25, check 25. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Hey, wait. Mike, 58, right there. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. 36, 36.
They run again with Breida. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and 6.
Go 58 to Mike.
To throw, Brissett. Got his target, Samuel. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check. Check 26, check 26. Kill. SOS, SOS. Whip.
They'll toss it to Breida. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 75 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 35, Giants 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now Jones. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A handoff to Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
90 Wolf. New draw fortress. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Pilot, 64.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
You don't want none. Come. 56. Much 56.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to roam now.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Shut! 18 Gator. Coming! Echo!
Brissett on first down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Brissett now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Brissett. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Watch the screen.
Go.
Screen. Kill.
Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 29, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go. 60 yards.
45.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Now.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Big series right here.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the victory.